These various aspects of committing yourself wholeheartedly to your spiritual teacher by means of your thought are taught extensively in the text as the Ganda Vuya Sutra by the Buddha. These points in their scriptural references are found in a detail in the Lamrim by Jetsongkaba, which is based on that sutra spoken by the Buddha, and also the Guru Panchasika by Avagosha, which is this text, was written 400 years after Buddha passed away. Its scriptural sources are a wide range of texts, including the Guhya Samaja, Kala Chakra, Chakra Sambara Vaja, Dakini Vajra, Hidalaya Makara, Tantras. The specific tantric sources for each verse are given in the Lamangajupa, or this commentary. What they're trying to say is this text is not something again made up by the Tibetan monks. The original source was Buddha. Redefined, re-commentated on, re-spoken on by Buddha's disciples later on. The actual source is Buddha, Vajradhara himself, Buddha. Later on, commentated in many scriptural sources and condensed into a very nice, small, and easy to read, easy to study text based on the sutra written by Buddha, Ganda Vuya Sutra by the Buddha. It has a scriptural source. Any Dharma talk, any Dharma teaching, any information from the Buddha must have a scriptural source. It must originate from the Buddha. If it does not, it is unreliable. We cannot teach it. It must have a source. This is the source of this text. So, it has 50 verses that we should recite every day. 50 stanzas. Each stanza has a commentary under. Of course, you don't need to read the commentary, but you should read the stanzas every day. It is very important. Bowing in the proper way to the lotus feet of my spiritual teacher, who is a cause for me to attain the glorious state of Vajrasattva, I shall condense and explain in brief what has been said. Many say in this tantric text about wholehearted commitment to the spiritual teacher. Listen with respect. First stanza. Number 2. All the Buddhas residing in every land in the 10 directions have prostrated 3 times each day to their masters, whom they have received the highest empowerments. Is there need to mention that you should too? 3 times each day, with supreme faith, you must show the respect you have for your spiritual teacher who teaches you by pressing your palms together, offering a mandala as well as flowers, and prostrating and touching your head to his feet. As a disciple, you must regard your spiritual teacher as an enlightened being. Even from his own point of view, he is not enlightened, and you, his disciple, have gained Buddhahood before him. You must still show him respect and pay homage, because it is because of him you have become enlightened. Thus, learning from a spiritual teacher should not be like killing a deer and extracting its musk and then discarding its corpse. After you have made use of your teacher, you just throw them out. No need anymore, don't want anymore, don't care. I'm enlightened, goodbye. Wrong. Your enlightenment will go down. You will never get enlightened. Thus, learning from a spiritual teacher should not be like killing a deer to extract its musk and then discarding its corpse. Even after attaining enlightenment, you still must continue to honor your teacher who made all your achievements possible. In all your representations of Kuan Yin Posa in our country and in China, always Kuan Yin has Amitabha in her hair. Why? Amitabha is her spiritual guru, it's her teacher. Even though she is enlightened and she is completely free, how did she become enlightened? On the basis of her sifu. Therefore, she keeps her sifu always on the top of her hair wherever she goes to let you know that she has become enlightened because of her sifu. Always. Even the Buddhas, still, when they become a Buddha, respects their sifu. How about us who are not enlightened, who are far away from enlightenment, who still need the instructions, the nectar-like instructions from our teacher to become enlightened? How much must we respect our teacher? If Kuan Yin respects her and she is already enlightened. Those who hold ordination vows, if your spiritual teacher is a layman or your junior, prostrate in public while facing such things. What happens is if your teacher is a layperson and you're a monk or a nun, and you're in public, you should not prostrate him directly. Prostrate to an object near him like a stupa or a Manjushri statue or a Buddha statue to avoid worldly scorn because they do not understand. But in your heart, you prostrate to your teacher. Of course, in private, it's different. As for serving your teacher and showing him respect, such as obeying what he says, that is the main point, obeying what he says. If he tells you to not do something negative, you must stop. If he gives you a certain advice and you have asked for it, you must comply and do. If you make a promise up to your teacher, you must fulfill it. If you do not comply, fulfill, or do, don't ask. If you ask, you comply and fulfill. If you comply, fulfill, you will get the benefits of serving your guru, who is Buddha. It will be the same effect as serving the Buddha, because you have visualized him as the Buddha, and he is the representative of the Buddha. And in his actions, he is teaching you and doing all the actions of a Buddha, because you cannot see a Buddha yourself. Standing up when he comes, showing him to his seat. These should be done even by those with ordination vows. Avoid prostrating and unorthodox actions in public, such as washing his feet if he is a layperson. In order for the words of honor of neither the spiritual teacher nor the disciple to degenerate, there must be a mutual examination beforehand to determine if each can brave a teacher-disciple relationship. No one has forced you. You check out the teacher first. You check out the teacher first. You see if he is someone that you can actually have confidence in, take refuge in, that you can actually follow, you can gain. He has the requirements that can help you to become an enlightened being. Does he or she? That is your choice. No one has forced you. A fully qualified guru must have these qualifications. A mind that is controlled by moral discipline. Practice of moral discipline. A mind that has become peaceful and undistracted through the practice of concentration. Reduce self-grasping through the practice of wisdom. Greater knowledge in the disciple. Delight in teaching the Dharma. A wealth of scriptural knowledge. Deep and stable realization of emptiness. Great skill in explaining the Dharma. Compassion and love for his disciples. Enthusiasm for teaching the Dharma, being free from discouragement or laziness. A guru must have those qualities. Similarly, a disciple must have 5 qualities. A mind that is well balanced, free from strong attachments to worldly enjoyments and strong aversions. The wisdom to discriminate pure Dharma teachings that will bring real benefit from the teachings that are false. Without this wisdom, a disciple is easily confused and led astray when listening to or reading mistaken teachings. A strong wish to practice the Dharma. Great faith and respect for his or her spiritual guide for the Dharma. The ability to listen or to read the Dharma without laziness or distraction. It is said that when a fully qualified Mahayana disciple relies upon a fully qualified Mahayana spiritual guide, the attainment of enlightenment is very quick. But these days, the benefits of relying on a qualified teacher by a qualified student, the benefits, there are 8 main ones. We will progress toward enlightenment very fast. We will delight all the Buddhas. When you make offerings to the Buddhas, you collect the merit of making offerings to the Buddhas. When you make offerings to your guru, you collect 2 merits. One of pleasing the Buddhas and one of making offering. Because it is said in the Manjushri Tantra that if we serve our guru, make our offerings to our guru, and we do any actions thinking that he is an enlightened being, all the enlightened beings immediately will dissolve into him, whether he is an enlightened being or not. Not to say he is not, you're not sure. Better not take a chance. All the enlightened beings will immediately dissolve into him and will delight in your offerings and be pleased. Why will the Buddhas be pleased when you make offerings to your guru? Because they know that they cannot communicate to you directly, but they may communicate to you indirectly through your gurus. So when you make offerings to your guru, meditating and believing and thinking and knowing that they are the Buddhas, you will collect 2 merits. The act of making offerings, simultaneously pleasing the Buddhas. Whereas if you make offerings to the Buddhas directly, you collect 1 merit. The act of making offerings, full stop. The benefits, we progress toward enlightenment, we delight all the Buddhas. We are not harmed by demons or other influences. We come under the protection of the 3 jewels immediately. Because the Guru is the Buddha, his speech is the Dharma, his body is the Sangha. We easily overcome our faults and delusions. He is the one that actually trains us, takes care of us, helps us, guides us, listens to us. He mirrors our faults and our delusions. And he compassionately listens, puts up, and takes in all your delusions, your pride, your ignorance, your anger, all your childish talk and all your knowledge about samsara. He takes it all, listens to it patiently, and in fact tries to skillfully again bring you back to Dharma. We will easily overcome our faults and delusions by relying on the Guru 100%. Number 5, our experience and realization of spiritual grounds and paths greatly increase. Of course they greatly increase. How would they increase if no one explains it to you, passes the lineage to you, teaches you, guides you, helps you? How will it increase? Definitely not. We will never lack spiritual friends in our future lives. If we cultivate a good Guru devotion now, we will never ever have to worry for our future lives. Either that teacher you will meet them and they will again teach you and assist you, or if that is not possible for any other reasons, you will meet another qualified teacher. Again and again. By not cultivating a correct Guru devotion, correct Guru practice in your next lives, or in this life, you will meet false teachers, false gurus. who will teach you the wrong thing the wrong way and lead you down to hell with them. By cultivating a correct guru devotion and guru motivation and guru practice, you will in fact become enlightened very fast. And until enlightenment, you will be taken care of by your guru every single lifetime, again and again and again and again. If not by that guru, by another qualified guru. Whether you're in faraway land, you're in a land filled with gurus, or you're in a land that has no teachings, no dharma, because of your force of your karma in your previous lives of holding guru commitments, you will again meet a qualified spiritual teacher, no matter where you are in this world, wherever you are born, whatever situation, you will meet your guru again. Or another qualified guru that will help you to progress on your spiritual path where you have left off in your previous life. By the power of supplicating and praying to your guru now. If you want a qualified guru, if you're enjoying one now in your current life, if you want that again because you don't feel you can get enlightenment in this life, you must cultivate the spiritual friend now by correct action, correct motivation, correct practice, correct conduct. Then you will meet again in a future life with a correct teacher who will help you to progress again and again and again. In the 100 verses for the Tingri people by Padamba Sanje, it says that if we rely on the spiritual guide, he can lead us to wherever we wish to go, and so we should repay his kindness by offering faith and respect. If we wish to attain enlightenment, our spiritual guide will lead us there. If we wish to gain realization of the first spiritual ground, he will lead us there, Sadambo. If we wish to attain liberation, he will lead us there. If we wish to be born in a pure land or a heavenly God realm, he will lead us there. Wherever we want to go in samsara, to the highest God realm, to get a better human life, to become a Buddha, to go to a pure land. Wherever you want to go, the Guru can guide you. He can guide you. We do not have the opportunity at present to meet the Buddhas actually or receive instructions from them directly. We need to commit ourselves to a spiritual guide whom we can cultivate right now, a relationship that is beneficial in terms of our spiritual development. We may find that we can easily and naturally develop beneficial relationship with a particular teacher as a result of our having performed virtuous actions toward that person in the past. If you have a link with that person in the past, you will definitely have a natural affinity, unexplainable. You should not cultivate a guru relationship with someone who has a high name, someone who has a big entourage, someone who has a big name, such as a high Rinpoche. Your guru devotion and your guru practice and the person you receive dharma from has nothing to do with the person's status, form, appearance, name, position. Oh, it's a very high guru. He sits on a very high throne, lots of incarnations. He has lots of entourage. We run there. And then a simple monk who is pure, can teach you the dharma, we abandon them. Wrong. If you have 10 gurus, if one of your gurus is a simple, ordinary monk, a humble monk, and one of your gurus is the Dalai Lama, in your heart, you should think of them exactly the same. Offer them the exact same respect. Because to you, from your deluded mind, from your aspect, you should see them as a truly enlightened being. Whether their status is high or low. We should not develop a relationship with a guru because he is charismatic. Because he is attractive in appearance. Because he teaches the dharma eloquently. Because he is a scholar. Because he is knowledgeable. Because he has a high name. Because he's wealthy. Because he has a lot of disciples. Because people praise him. We should not develop a relationship with any teacher through any of those wrong vehicles. We should develop an affinity with a teacher because we can understand the teachings from this person. We can relate to this person. They can guide us to enlightenment, regardless if they're lay or monk, regardless if they're high name, high or low name, regardless if they're attractive or not attractive, regardless if they are scholarly or not scholarly. It's better to take your guru as a simple monk who doesn't have a lot of knowledge but inspires you and helps you to practice than to take a high scholar that doesn't practice anything he says, who will probably end up in hell anyways. Do not take gurus because they have names of Rinpoches. Do not take your gurus because they have high names, that they have previous incarnations and they're enlightened. That is not the way. Even if they're fully enlightened, but because of your aspirations, you will see mistakes in them. You will see. Before you take the guru, examine the person. Do they have the qualifications? In this degenerate time, it is far hard to find a guru that we can view perfectly. The criteria here for us today, now, all of you should be, does this person that I take a guru concern himself more with this life or the future life? If this person concerns himself more with the future lives, therefore his actions will accord. If this person is more concerned about this life, his actions will report. If it's the latter, it will not be a qualification that you can go for. If that person is more concerned about their future life, naturally they will not be after wealth. They'll not be after appearance, a good place. They will be studying the Dharma, practicing morality, teaching, meditating, praying. So the criteria here is this person more concerned about this life or the future life? If this person is more concerned about the future life and he can convey the Dharma, he can inspire you, you have benefited from his Dharma, you can take him as a guru.